Two furious and dangerous bees swarmed violently onto a car and trapped a mother and daughter inside. Both were terrified and completely hopeless. Just then, a passerby came running and started banging on the window, shouting for help. But the mother and daughter couldn't gather the courage to open the door, because the moment they did, the bees would storm inside and kill all three of them. Right before their eyes, the man collapsed on the ground in despair. Seeing the situation worsen, the mother immediately called the rescue team. About 20 minutes later, the fire brigade arrived at the scene. But the sight in front of them made their hair stand on end. Millions of bees had covered the car from inside and outside in 3 thick layers. This made rescue extremely difficult. Still, the firefighters quickly came up with a plan. They sprayed a strong burst of fire extinguisher foam on the bees, but it had no effect. As things grew worse, the commander called for additional help from headquarters. Meanwhile, the woman saw in fear that some bees had started entering the car through a small vent. The mother and daughter were horrified, as both had a severe allergy to bee stings since birth. Even a single sting could kill them instantly, so they held their breath and did not move at all. But the very next moment, a bee landed directly on the girl's face. As it slowly approached her eye, the terrified girl began to cry, and at that moment, the bee stung her hard. The mother screamed in panic, because without treatment, it was extremely dangerous. Fortunately, she already had an allergy antidote in the car, which saved the girl's life. But they didn't even get a moment to breathe in relief, because another bee stung the mother the next second. Her vision darkened, and the worst part was that their medicine was finished. With no progress in the rescue, the mother had almost accepted death. Then the commander informed them that there was another dose hidden under the container. But as soon as the medicine was found, the mother fainted. The panicked daughter followed the commander's instructions and injected her mother herself. This saved her life. Meanwhile, the firefighters finally discovered an effective method. They released a large amount of smoke around the car, driving the bees away, and rescued the mother and daughter at the last moment. But their relief didn't last long. A sudden explosion occurred in a nearby parked car, sending millions of bees flying into the air toward the city center. Experts immediately began monitoring their movements, but that very night, the bees suddenly disappeared. In reality, they had gathered inside a large nearby tent. The next day, when a party began, the bees suddenly awakened and attacked the people there. The terrified girl jumped into the pool, but even then, the bees started surrounding her from all sides. The people outside panicked and called for help immediately. The fire brigade arrived quickly, but even they had no direct solution. They gave the girl a pipe to breathe underwater temporarily, but this wasn't a permanent solution. If the bees entered the pipe, the outcome would be horrifying. At that moment, the commander had a new idea. He sprayed flower nectar on a firefighter's suit and made him run along the edge of the pool. Attracted by the scent, the bees chased after him. Taking advantage of this moment, the rest of the team pulled the girl out of the pool. Since the firefighter was wearing a protective suit, he was unharmed, and thus a major disaster was averted.